As you guys can see, I am a bit of a mess right now. This is the fifth time filming this video. I got much more important things to do, and this is part of the video's discussion. And this died on the fourth take. So, let's get the fun stuff out of the way. I finally got what I've been waiting for the past 2 months. And by the way, this video is completely business and me related, so feel free to click off. I completely get it. But this part's the cool part. I got custom packaging for Peak Male Physique for at least our two best sellers. So that would be the penis pump kit, upside down. So this foam inserts to make sure your pump arrives, not crushed. And then the vacuum hanging kit gets its own little box. But since they're pre-packaged, we can just throw them in the penis pump kit, along with some cock rings, and boom, the big box is done. Now we're just waiting on doing the bigger box and biggest box. So give us some time. I'll probably be about June. But since I had to order double my normal order volume to get the boxes, that's why there's been a bit of a delay on the restock. So forgive me. We have over 100 pre-orders to fulfill yet. We're working on it. So give us about 2 weeks. If you do want a box as fast as possible, pre-order today. That's really it. I'm just really happy this came through. One other thing, I know some of you guys might be a little wary about having a logo that is completely generic, even though you know what it means. Other people might not know what it means, but I get it. So we'll work on getting stealth boxes in the next month or two. And you can also just throw out the box when it comes in. But anyway, this video is about a few things outside of business. First of all, I want to say thank you to all of you that have first either subscribed, shameless plug, or subscribed on the Reddit, because without your guys' backing, I would not be in the position I am at. You didn't even have to buy stuff, but just your individual sub count or your individual really helps me, because it adds credibility to such a niche field, right? And Getting Bigger is approaching 100,000 subscribers. Probably by the end of February, it'll be at 100,000 subscribers. Crazy amount of numbers. That is about, I don't know, 2/3 of the male population of here in Pittsburgh. Granted, we have a weird system. It's not actually the entire county that's Pittsburgh. It's just Pittsburgh. But anyway, my nearest major city, 2/3 of them, the 2/3 of the male population makes up Getting Bigger, technically. If you want to think about it in semantic wise, I will never fully comprehend that number, and it's only going to get bigger. So, first of all, thank you for giving me this platform that I should not have. But that brings me to my next point, is that for the past 6 months or so, I've been kind of playing out of position. We're going to use a lot of sports analogies, okay? But I have been focused solely on getting my own well-being set up, between having a stable income between my books and coaching, that I've been neglecting the other businesses, and my business partner has been suffering a bit from it. And sure, it's just a blip on the radar in the grand scheme of things, but I noticed this is that essentially I've always been focused on other people's success. So for example, in basketball, I'd be the pass first guy. I would be guarding the best defender, because my scorers need to be in their best position to score the ball, because without them scoring, we don't win. So whatever maximizes their potential, I would do. And partially that was just the role on my team, but I've always been willing to make that sacrifice. When it comes to business, if we're just looking at this in an objective sense, Hank is a much better presenter than me. Sure, some of you guys like me much more than Hank, but in the grand scheme of things, Hank is just much more eloquent, has much more polished videos, and he has much more organized content than myself. His videos, or his YouTube alone, is growing 3 times faster than my YouTube channel. Granted, it's because I have not been able to put as much effort into this channel, but he has a natural knack for this, which I don't have. So if we are thinking about this from a business sense, I need to make sure that my top scorer, as in Hink, is able to bring in the money, right? So if I'm constantly out of stock on Peak Male Physique and Leviathan, granted there's some things that are outside of my control with that. I'm letting him down. So like partially I need to take a bit of a step back from like all the other content I make for a bit to make sure that we are sound business wise, so that way when he wins, we both win. And yeah, that's one thing, is that I've just been so focused on my individual success that I need to get back to doing what I'm good at, and that's bringing other people up. Like the subreddit would not be as big as it is if it wasn't for my content helping other people succeed. It's never been about me, but for the past 6 months, it had to be if I was going to survive. So you're going to see a switch in tone. I'm not going to really be pushing my own content, like, pay stuff nearly as much. I'm just going to be focused on making good videos. Speaking of making good videos, I am getting an editor. I have a tentative agreement with someone, but I also have like 3 or 4 on the back burner. I'm still a little sick. I've been sick for like 4 to 6 weeks, guys. It's been freaking nuts lately. But you should see a massive improvement in my video quality. I also want to get it like a little more creative with it. So like it's just not going to be me sitting in this office talking, but I'm going to have like actual scenes out in the world. Maybe that's terrifying. But I want to make these videos more engaging, so that way you guys retain it better. It's just like those weird little filming tricks that make you like glued to the screen. I want to do something like that, but I also need to figure that out. That being said, you will see a change in upload frequency. It's not like I really was frequent to begin with. It's always been a bit of a manic 3 videos one week, 2 weeks with no videos, 3 videos the next week, because depends on when I have time in my own headspace. So that's another thing I need to work on, is just getting organized. If I can sit down, write out a schedule and stick to it, even though my brain does not like schedules, I will just be so much more impactful, and that's stuff I need to work on. Because again, it comes down to making sure that the people in my life, so like my 3 or 4 helpers, my business partner, and my other colleagues reach their maximum potential. And if I'm always going to be the linchpin of this operation, making sure the ball's moving, if we're talking about this from a basketball sense, I need to be with it. I need to be organized. I need to make sure that things are done in a specific manner, or, a quick manner, instead of letting it sit for like 3 months. So I guess that's my New Year's resolution, is that first, I'm going to get healthy. Second, I'm going to be more adult, I guess. I'm 27 now. I really shouldn't be a CEO of 2 different companies. I don't call myself a CEO. I call myself a founder. But like in premise, I am handling a lot of responsibility. I need to get more responsible personally. So that's going to be like my biggest thing. So it really won't affect you guys. You just might see a bit of a, not even a drop, just less videos, but more higher quality videos. And before I go, guys, I'm just a bit tired of talking about penises. Like, I spend 10 hours a day, at least 6 days a week, talking about penises in some capacity. As much as, like, this is my passion, it's a little bit draining. And I think I can make better content talking about things outside of penis enlargement. So like if you are interested in my own thoughts on like dating, life advice, goal setting, bodybuilding, and fitness, check out my vlog, that's what it is, at G's Spot. It'll be linked in the description. Grant Scott is my real name, and that's what I'm using for it. So like the first 2 videos were basically business, but I'm going to slowly evolve that channel into being like your typical self-help and men's improvement channel, but without like any sinister aspects that could be potentially behind the scenes. So like if you're interested in that and interested in my opinions, that's a good place to start. I'm losing my voice because I'm always sick lately, so I will see you in the next one. But the main thing I wanted to show off was these boxes, because it took 2 months to get in, and as part of the branding of the business, I might as well show it off, right? Anyway, talk to you guys later.